Hello, this is Gregory, and you are live on the air with LoveTalk.
Good afternoon, Mr. Morgan.
Hello. Good afternoon.
I'm so glad you are on this show today because I wanted to ask you this question.
Go ahead.
And this is a little bit man-related, so that's why I'm
Good.
glad that
All right.
you are here, as much as I love your wife. This question is about my daughter. She is 38 years old. A year and a half she got involved with this young man that he is 34, and there's a 4 years different, and he hasn't been able to pass bar exam for 8 times, and he's still living with his parents, and they're very much in love, but after a year and a half, and my daughter, she's well established. She got a great career, good job, and she's well established. As he put it out, that he said, "You are a main course, and I'm an appetizer." With his parents, and basically they are taking care of him. Although he finished law school, but he's not established at all. My daughter wants to get married, and he is accepting him for what he is, the way he is, but he is trying to run away, and he says that he is not ready for a commitment, and he wants my daughter to wait another year or 2 for him so he can try for bar exam and basically try to put himself together. And he is very much under control of his parents because they're extremely wealthy, and basically because they're providing for him and supporting him, he has to listen to whatever they said. Meet with the parents, we like each other, and everything looks okay, except he is scared. He doesn't have a guts to scared, although my daughter is okay with it, but he is scared that he is not ready.
He's not.
They want to break up.
He's not. He's not ready. He's not qualified to be a husband and a father unless, and this would be a perfectly valid relationship. However, it has its own set of problems. You know, in a relationship in which she is the protector and provider, and he is the nurturer and the supporter of she'll be the powerful one, and he will be the one who will nurture and support her. And so it is a bit of a role reversal from the traditional understanding of how a man and a woman relate to each other. But the one that has the source of income, if you will, the career, has the masculine obligation and duty to provide it.
Yes.
Okay, that is a masculine duty. Now, obviously, it's assumed by women all the time. Okay, single mothers assume this all the time. They assume the masculine responsibility of, I will provide and protect these children and make sure that nothing happens to them and that they have everything they need. Okay, and in order to do that, she needs to go out and compete with men in a career field who may consider her to be unwanted, uninvited, etc., right?
Yes.
So she has to be even more than they are in order to compete and win her place amongst men as a woman. You understand this, right? Now, imagine that, and now you're going to come home to a guy who's been home all day.
Well, I don't think so, because he does. He got a lot going for him. He's a very...
Does he have a job?
Sorry?
Does he have a job?
No, he doesn't have a job. He is in real estate. It's not that. He's a very smart guy and coming from a very good family. I see that he will succeed sometime, but not yet. And for now, he's scared. He's scared, and that's what he needs more.
Well, and he should be. He should be scared. He's been somewhat neutered by his parents, who have kept him at home till he's 34 years old, supplied everything to him, so thereby depriving him of the important, crucial lesson in life of you don't have anything unless you go get it.
Right.
You know, that is probably, you know, one of the most important lessons that you could teach a man, right? There is a time, you know that there's a time where it's appropriate to take care of a boy until he becomes to a certain age, but there's a certain age where you begin to teach the boy, the father usually does this, teach the boy, hey son, it's time for you to learn to certain skills, certain abilities, so that you can become independent and stand on your own, so that you can earn the right to claim a high quality, high status woman in your life, if that's what you desire. Because a high quality, high status woman in anybody's life is a luxury. It's a luxury you give yourself because you can afford to. Financially, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, you can afford to have a high quality, high status woman in your life. It's a luxury.
Yes.
It's not something that comes cheap. Right?
True.
Right?
True.
So you have to earn that, and the guy instinctively knows he hasn't earned that.
No, he hasn't, and he, although he likes a strong woman like his mother, because his mother is, I can see that she runs the show in that family with her other son and the husband and everybody. So he is attracted to another strong woman like his mother.
Yeah.
Except this time, it's not his mom.
Yeah, he will make her into his mom because he has never separated from his mom. Men who have not separated from their mom, okay, and by separated, I don't mean they don't talk.
I know what you mean.
But there needs to be a polite, loving, well-communicated, wholesome, healthy divorce between a man and his mom. Mom, I'm a man now. Treat me like a man. Don't treat me like a boy. You know, I will make decisions.
Their support. You become their baby till whenever that you can break that cage.
Yeah, and
then you have to listen to them, and the mother can see that he is not ready.
Right.
He keeps saying that if my mom give me a courage that they will be there and they kind of back us up, then I can do this. But without their support, I told my daughter, so you'll be marrying his mom, basically.
That's right. You got that right. And a guy that could even have the words come out of his mouth, if my mama would give me courage. If you're looking to your mom for courage, you're still a boy.
In the wrong place, yeah.
You're still a boy. I mean, that words would even come out of his mouth belies a not so well hidden, if he's not that he's even trying to hide it, that he's still totally codependent on his mom. And he probably asked, if he was going to go buy a car with her money, he'd probably ask her what color should it be, or what kind of car should he get. Mm-hmm. You know, how much can he spend? You know, those are the kind of things that men don't ask their mom. They just go get what they want, right?
Right.
And or whatever they can afford, but they don't. You don't need somebody else's input. So to be a man means to be self-authorizing, and that is a level of respect that you need to earn for yourself. Nobody can give it to you. Your mom certainly can't.
Sure.
Maybe your dad can help you get there. Do you know what I mean? Men traditionally have helped their sons to get to a place where it's like, okay, son, now I want you to stand on your own, and and mothers shouldn't necessarily interfere with men who, once a boy has reached that age and he's kind of in that, he's not a man, he's not a boy yet, not a boy, not a man yet. That's when the father really needs to step up and provide some leadership so that he can make that transition. Women transition easily from being a girl to being a woman. You know, obviously there's other troubles that they have, but they're mostly physical, right? And yes. but they evolve naturally into being young women and then mothers and women, and you know, that happens fairly smoothly in nature for the female. But for the male To be a man is to go out and do something and earn the respect of other men, to earn your own self-respect, and to earn the respect of a high-quality, high-value woman that you desire to take care of, to cherish, and to protect, and to bring into your home. You know? And if you're like going, okay, well, you're a high-value woman, I'm not such a high-value guy, I'll go live in your house. Right? It's not going to work. Because those kind of men, I'm going to tell you what happens, what's predictable, okay? Because I see a lot of people, and so I'm kind of like a car mechanic, you know. If 500 cars come in, they make a certain sound, and it's, you know, 9 out of 10 of them, it's this particular thing that's broken. So I can just hear it, right? I can hear it from down the street, you know. So what is predictable statistically is that men like that will end up cheating because they need to feel validated by a younger woman, because they're already the idea is in their head that validation comes from women. My manhood comes from women. That's a wrong mindset in the first place. It's a mistaken point of view. And but once you have that mindset, then you will look to women, men will look to women to validate their manhood. So, you know, they'll look to a younger, cuter, adoring woman that will look up to him because he's older and established or whatever, has a cool car or whatever. And so the woman will seek to, you know, admire this older guy, and he will be attracted to that. Okay?
Sure.
And so that's one of the things. But the other thing is that men like that are still married to their mother constantly compare their wives to their mothers, and they end up hating both of them. They may say they love them, they may do all the right goody-goody two-shoe things to endear themselves to these women, but underneath there's like this seething anger and frustration because they know that those women somehow kept them from being a man. Now, they didn't, but in his world they did, you see?
Absolutely.
Can you get that? Yeah, so he needs to make this separation from the mother. He needs to get his license. You know, when you pass the bar and they say now you're a licensed attorney, that's a change in social status. Yes?
Yes.
That's a status change. You know, in society that has meaning, that has weight, and he needs to have that kind of weight. The
reason that he hasn't passed the bar exam so many times, 8, 9 times, it is because of, I think, the mother has some sort of a hold on, I don't know, whatever it is. Even this, I think, even for passing the bar exam, he should see counseling. He should go through some sort of counseling, because even this is not, because he's such a smart boy. Mm-hmm. This is just, to me, there is a root to it that he cannot even pass the bar exam. It's not because he cannot do it. There is some sort of a hold on him. So I told my daughter she should agree with the breakup, because even if she waits for a year or two, God knows what will happen, and she is stressing out because she is running out of time.
Yeah, you got to ask her. If I was talking to her, I would say, "What's up with you, Miss 38-year-old, successful, good-looking, that you need to be attached to a guy who's less than you?" I know that sounds cruel or harsh to say that, but it's just...
No, but it's very true. This is what I say.
It's what's so. He's less capable, less educated, less financially secure, and less mentally and emotionally developed in very obvious ways.
Yes, yes.
Okay? So, I mean, even if he was 4 years older than her, he might not be as mature as she is.
absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? That's not uncommon. Women mature more quickly because of the physical and spiritual responsibility they have of being able to produce life in their body and take care of it, with their body. And, that's a big responsibility. So nature has made women mature quickly, has given them certain brain capacities and neural connections that they grow up faster.
Yes.
So she's already more mature than him. Probably if you were able to measure emotional maturity in some accurate scale, which I don't know if anybody can, she's probably 10 years older than him already on an emotional scale.
Very true, very true.
So, what's predictable is, he won't grow up fast.
But that will not work, even if they go through all this and they will get married now. This marriage is not going to last.
It's unusual. Statistically, it's unusual when the woman is not only older but the higher educated of the two. Mm-hmm. Just look up the statistics yourself. I have. It's just the chances of that surviving. Marriage between equals in which both parties have a college education and they're older than 28 years old, okay, are the highest, most successful of marriages. In other words, only about 30% of them get divorced, okay, as compared to 60% of others. Right? This 50% divorce rate is a balance of some very high divorce rates and some lower ones, right?
Right.
So the highest success rate, meaning the lowest divorce rate, is a category of 28 or older, where the boy is a couple of years older than the girl, and they both have at least some college education. Those are the most successful marriages statistically. In other words, they stay together longer, more often. Okay? And then as soon as the ages start moving apart, especially when that woman is the older one and the education levels start moving apart, the statistical chances of that surviving are so thin that, it's like, what makes you think that you're going to be in that, 6 or 7% of the people who actually spend the entire life together and have a happy marriage? Because why? Because you have such great educational, great emotional and relationship skills is why. Now, if they were very educated in the area of relationships, maybe, they could work that out. Most people aren't.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. We really needed this. And these were all great advice, and I pass it on.
It's like getting on one of those. There's a cruise liner that's abandoned out in the middle of the ocean right now that's in the news, right?
Yes.
You think they would have got on that if they knew that was going to happen?
No.
Yeah, I mean, why even if there was even a 5% chance that might happen, most people wouldn't get on that boat.
Absolutely.
Right? So why get on a boat that's going to put you in a vulnerable position where your real estate and your finances and future children's lives and so forth, your families are going to be on the boat with you if there's not much chance that boat's going to reach the other side.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's my advice to you is, she should cut her losses and find a guy who's a little older, at least as educated, if not more educated than she is, and who doesn't need her money whatsoever.
Yes.
If she wants to, and who will allow her to pursue her career if that's her desire. Say, if she says, hey, I want to continue working because I love it, that he would have an attitude like, okay, well, we don't need your money. I've got it taken care of, but if you want to, you're free to.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for your call. I appreciate you watching the show.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.